Hi, really quickly. Hold on a second. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to do. Right now, while I talk to you, I'm going to put the second coat on this bag right here. And then when Jimmy gets back, he just went to fix something again on his brakes. Again, I'm using the fabric Mod Podge because we're going to Mod Podge this, and then we're going to use the mini iron and adhere napkins to this. So that's pretty amazing, right? So I'm just going to, with this is a horrendous brush, but it's okay for brushing this on. Sometimes it loses the hair and I have to get them. You don't want to go up on the zipper. It's almost easier to use my fingers or maybe a sponge brush, but this is very thick and that's okay. You would like it to be thick like that because I'm going to let this dry. Of course, not in the sun. I'm going to bring this inside as soon as I'm done with this. But I just want to make sure this has a really good coating. And then the kids, okay, then I have already asked if Sandy could FaceTime with us, and Jimmy's going to color my hair, finally. And then we're going to go swimming. Ethan's already fishing, as you can see. And we're going to go fishing later tonight after swimming. Take the dogs out on the water too. And then hopefully tonight I'll come back and do this. Now, Jimmy did figure out shipping, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending out the payment requests for some things. Rough, we're still, you and Kat's, we're going to work on tonight, but we've got almost everyone else done. So I'm going to send those out. Mimi, M-E, I still need to get your shipping address, okay? Jujubee, thank you for sending me your address. I got that now. Thank you so much. So what else did I need in housekeeping yesterday? I need M-E, I need your address. Please respond to the email that you sent me, the pens you bought. And then Jujubee, you sent that. There was somebody else that, oh, I needed to hear from Sherry M. Sherry, we haven't shipped, we figured out the shipping and it's going, I didn't hear from you, so I'm just going to keep it the way it is, okay? So you've got 4 balls and Casey has 4 balls and I think that's good. If I come across any more balls, I'll grab them. Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. But yeah, I will. And I'm going to, hold on a minute, let you have a nice view for a second here while I go rinse my brush. And then I'm just going to tell you a little bit about something. Hold on. I'm going to put you closer to the, hold on. Let me put you close to the thing. So wish us luck on the hair coloring, please. Okay. What'd you do? You didn't catch it? Yeah, I know, but you know, Ethan, why don't you get that net out of the the wagon out front? And Dad brought the badminton birdies, but we need the rackets. We do have rackets. Uh-huh. Yeah, we do. But Dad should put up the volleyball net too, because we can do that. I'll leave you with that. I'm just gonna wash this brush, okay? Be right there, and then I'll talk to you. I'm gonna bring this inside too to dry. Get my Mod Podge out of the sun here. Yeah.
really good that I can sharply get it right up to that right to that freaking guy.
All right. We'll see. So there is. Oh, I brought those little blue nets. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna need that green chair. We'll have to do that when I color my hair up here. So I'm just waiting on Jimmy. He went to go to the house to get a tool or something to figure his oh my goodness, what am I saying? His brakes out because there's a squeak or something that's not good. And now I'm just like, I don't know what's going on with my coffee here, but it's like weird. Why is it weird like that? It's almost like the top got baked in the sun. So, how's everybody doing today? I can't see the chatters. Super, is live chat on? All messages are visible. Okay, there we go. So, I'm doing the. I'll try to do at least the one thing of the napkin decoupage. I'd like to just. I think the ideal thing to do is to just sit down and paint it on all of the sides, right, so that you're ready to go and they're all ready to go. Then there's tote bags and stuff, and then there's t-shirts and things you can do. So, hi Sherry Shirley, you're tired? Yeah. We had to do, Jimmy brought Lucy to the vet's office, and they're going to take care of the cremation and give us her hair and a handprint and then return us to us. Yeah. It's not the Ickies. Who's that? Marianne Frontini? Aw, Marianne, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. So that was something that, you know, the kids wanted to bury her, but here you just can't dig. You can't. It is unbelievable. Ray used to have to use a pickaxe to even plant a perennial for me. And when our Yorkie passed way back in 2000 of, right after my mom died, 2005, they were able to dig a hole for her, and Jimmy was able to do it when our chihuahuas passed, and that was a long time ago. But to dig, he's just worried because how Desi is so attached to her that he thinks that he would, you know, smell her and never stop digging. So it's just the way it went, and it's sad, you know. Sad because she should be here. She should be here. Then I think when you start, you got to keep thinking everything happens for a reason. And that's kind of what's gotten us through because for whatever reason, if you do believe everything happens for a reason, for whatever reason, it was her time. And like Sandy said, she's with Ray, she's with her grandchildren, she's with everyone, you know. And I just have to believe that because the alternative is just too weak. And you feel guilty if you have joy or if you smile sometimes, and they would never want you to be like that. That's why I've just been loving on Desi and Sassy, and my poor Sassy. Sometimes you just think like, you know, why one dog is taken in the prime of their life, right? And it's just, you know, the odds are that you're going to lose your older dog. and you kind of get yourself prepared as you see them not doing well and staggering and unable to walk well, unable to run well, and in pain. And then you just think, why is a dog taken in the prime of their life, when they seem to be at their peak of health? Why? What? Why? It's just, you can ask yourself why a long time. But it's just the best of it. I'm just going to stop questioning, just say everything happens for a reason. God's in control, and my plans are not God's plans, and we won't know why. We won't know why until it's our time. And then but that's the only way I'm getting through. Exactly, dingbat. But that's not our dog, that's the dog next door. We used to have a dog. You were driving yesterday when you saw the eagle. I will have to rewatch, but I did enjoy listening. Yes, the eagle was beautiful, and this is the second. We saw the eagle also on Saturday fly down real low next to us, and I'll tell you something. When you're swimming out there and the eagle flies over your head, it can make you cry. It can make you cry. You can't even imagine what it is to see that so close up in person. And especially because at my parents' funerals in the church and at Ray's, we always play on eagle's wings, right? It was my mother's favorite, On Eagle's Wings. And there were never eagles on this lake until my parents died. And when my parents died, there were 2 eagles on this lake. And my parents passed within a year, less than a year of each other, okay? And I could never stop looking at the eagles, and everybody was remarking, we never had eagles here. We never had eagles here. And then, and the eagles were here. And the eagles have been here. And I told you that tree right there, that's from, okay, see my hand to that tree? That's because I'm at the end of the deck. Right after Ray died, I was sitting here on this deck, and I was reading, one of those devotional books, okay? And I just remember hearing this sound. I've told you guys about this. Hearing this sound, and I'm like, what is that? What is that sound? It was an eagle, okay? Now, look at that tree. Look at my hand. The eagle came from right down on the ground there, but I didn't see and I will tell you, I looked, and the eagle was flying right here, and got so close to that tree that I saw the eagle bend his wing in. Like when they preen it, he bent his wing in so that he could fly right here. Instead of taking off, instead of going out that way, he bent his wing in to go right across my field of vision. If you listen to my videos or go back, you will hear me tell this exact story. And as I heard the sound of the wings, I was like, what is that? I'm still looking at my book. I look up, there is the eagle. I have never seen an eagle fly that close to someone on their deck, okay? It was crazy. But to bend his wing in as he went past that tree, and then on the other side, right straight across, I was walking one day, and I do have an Instagram picture of this too. I heard a huge splash. There's a rock wall over there, and it literally sounded like somebody was on the rocks, and one of the rocks slipped into the water and made a huge splash, and it caught my attention. And then As I looked up, the eagle landed in a small tree. It's on my Instagram. I believe it's a video too that I have. He's in a small tree over there, just looking at me. So, yes. And yesterday, when I reached the bottom of the driveway where Lucy, actually, it was like the middle, she was in the bottom middle of the driveway when she collapsed. But when I was there, lilacs, yes, exactly, Dingbat. You can smell those are lilacs were my mother's favorite flower, too. Hey, Kathy. Greenier. Oh, thank you. But there's the swallowtail butterfly, which looks like a monarch, but it's yellow, okay? That's called a swallowtail butterfly. And ever since my mother died, my parents died together, the cardinals, you can look on my blog. I think I've read it to you, and I think I did. I think I made a video of what I wrote, and it's called The Cardinal's Kiss. And maybe I'll play it when I get back to the other house, because I have my setup where I can easily share stuff. But if you want to look at it, you can search the channel for The Cardinal's Kiss. Maybe I'll pin it in the put a link to it in the community post. But this male and female cardinal on Mother's Day did this thing where they kissed on a branch just as I was going inside, and I was feeling really, really missing my parents. And another time when I was missing my parents, these swallowtail butterflies circled around me. I think it was that same day. They just circled around me, 2 of them. And the lilacs were out then too. It's funny that you mentioned lilacs, my mother's favorite flower. But I always saw the swallowtail butterflies, and Luke being very young and never knowing my mother because she had passed when he was born, before he was born. He would, whenever I would see the butterflies, and I've told this story before, but whenever I would see the butterflies, I would say, that's my mother. And I would notice that those butterflies would encircle my little toddlers, okay? Ethan and Luke, when they were little toddlers playing, these swallowtail butterflies, 2 of them would encircle them. And so my little kids grew up to me saying that. So one day, Luke is like 4 years old, and he comes running to me on the deck. I was on the deck watering plants or something. And he comes running up to me. And he goes, Mommy, I just saw your mother in the garden. I said, you saw my mother in the garden? He goes, yes, Mom, the butterfly. Yes, Mommy, the butterfly. See, and it was like, I couldn't believe it, but he came running. I just saw your mother in the garden. I just saw your mother in the garden. It was so sweet. But so yesterday, I not only saw a white butterfly, and you know the white butterfly and the significance was Joan D'Alessandro, but I saw a white butterfly down, where did I see the white butterfly? I believe the white butterfly was down by the lake. You hear the birds there? You hear those birds? Sounds like a flock of something. I saw those. I saw that one, or it was off the back deck. I've seen 2 white butterflies in recent days. One was off the back deck, and one was either right here off the water right here, or it was off my front porch. And then the other thing that I saw was, as I got to the bottom of my driveway, a swallowtail butterfly, and it followed me. It kept following me, and I know it was a sign that Lucy's okay, and Lucy's with family and all that stuff. So, I'll take that from. I'm sorry, this coffee is just horrendous here. And I'll take those signs. Does that mean we never doubt anything? I doubt things all the time. God says it's even okay to have doubts, you know. A skeptic, a true skeptic from New York, Sandy says, I want neon signs, and even when I'm given neon signs, I still say, well, but in my heart, I know there are some things that could never be explained as coincidence. There are never things that can be explained as just, you know, and it's the people that God puts in our lives too. It's everything. It's this community. It's why this community was built. It's because how much it helps people, how much it helps me. It's because of the people that have this community has brought me together with, like Rosemary D'Alessandro, John D'Alessandro, Sandra Rusak, the whole, you know, all of the Rusaks, Kim Devins, everyone who have shared horrendous loss. And you know, Kim Devins is now getting attacked. She was getting attacked before, but her daughter is getting. You know the whole story. There's YouTube creators that just want to connect with these killers in prison and then champion for them while assassinating the character of the victims. And it's so horrendous, and it should definitely not be permitted. And if any of these people that are doing it were in a situation like that, I guarantee you they'd be the ones that would be screaming with the injustice. Hi, GB. And laws will change because people are going to get hurt. And unfortunately, that's the way it works in this society. People have to be hurt. We know, I hope that Doug in Northport is healing. I know that he was hurt very badly by a YouTuber. And that YouTuber now is going to be, you know, serving a good prison term. And as it should be, as it should be. And people that lie and slander and try to ruin people's businesses with false reports, all that stuff, that's got to be, you know, as they call going real life on YouTube. That's what they call going real life. And it's sickening. And you know, shame on the people following those channels where they're saying that, you know, family members participated or were paid off or bribed or whatever. You know, really, shame on the people watching for doing that without a shred of proof. That's the whole thing. People that believe things without a shred of proof. And I'll tell you, in our book club, that YouTuber, yes. Do you know how Doug in Northport is doing, Rosalita? Where's our, you know, I hope he's doing okay, because that's a really scary thing. And people will also be able to be prosecuted if they are inciting hate. So whoever is inciting hate against Doug, if there are channels, and I don't know enough about Doug, but if there are channels that are inciting hate against Doug, that can be shown to have an influence, because that's against terms of service. Okay, but anyway, it's beautiful, and I'm going to, you want to go down? All right. Jimmy's going to go and get his stuff ready to do my hair so we can do it and still have a nice time. I will talk to you guys later, and we'll catch up again, okay? Thank you. Bye. Love you.